We walk through life guided by what we believe to be true. Our beliefs are a comfortable mist. They shape our world. They keep us safe. But what if a belief, even one that seems right, is just a shadow? A lucky guess in the fog? If you look around, it's easy to think everyone knows their path. Look at them, so sure of themselves. And yet, how often do their paths lead them into blind alleys or cul-de-sacs? How often do they find themselves lost and confused, banging their heads against the same wall over and over again? The trick is not to be so sure of yourself that you forget the possibility of being wrong. The truth is, none of us really know what we're doing. We like to pretend we do. We convince ourselves that we've got this. We tell ourselves stories about who we are, what we should do, and why we're doing it. Stories that make us feel good, stories that make us feel important, stories that make us feel special. But deep down inside, there's always a tiny voice that whispers, "What if I'm wrong? What if I'm making a big mistake?" We push that voice away. We tell ourselves to shut up, to go away, to leave us alone, because we don't want to hear that. We don't want to think about that. We don't want to acknowledge that. Not when we're so sure of ourselves. Not when we're so sure of our path. Here's the thing. Sometimes that little voice is right. Sometimes we are making a big mistake. And the longer we ignore that voice, the deeper the hole we dig for ourselves. True wisdom is not having all the answers. It is knowing that the mist exists and having the patience to wait for the mountain to reveal itself. When we stop pretending to know the way, when we stop telling ourselves stories about who we are, where we're going, why we're doing it, when we stop all that noise, when we become still, when we listen, that's when we can hear the truth. That's when we can see the way. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have beliefs or that we shouldn't be sure of ourselves. I'm saying that we should be willing to be wrong, that we should be willing to admit when we don't know the way, that we should be humble enough to ask for help, that we should be open to changing our minds, that we should be willing to learn from our mistakes. Because here's the thing, life is too short to be anything other than kind, too short to hold on to grudges, too short to waste on regrets. When we let go of our ego, when we let go of our need to be right, when we let go of our need to win, that's when we can truly live. That's when we can experience life to its fullest. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that it's easy. It's not. It takes courage to be vulnerable, to be honest, to be real. It takes courage to let go of our need to be right, but the rewards are immeasurable. Think about it. When was the last time you were so sure of yourself and your beliefs that you didn't even consider the possibility that you could be wrong? What happened then? Did you end up making a big mistake? Or maybe you ended up missing out on something great because you were too busy trying to be right. Now, I'm not saying that we should question everything we believe in. I'm saying that we should be open to the possibility that we might be wrong, that we might not have all the answers. Because here's the thing, none of us really do. We like to pretend we do, but deep down inside, we all know that we don't. So why not admit it? Why not be honest with ourselves and with each other? Why not be real? It's time to stop pretending. It's time to stop telling ourselves stories about who we are and why we're here. It's time to stop all the noise and just be still. It's time to listen. It's time to hear the truth. And when we do that, when we're willing to be wrong, that's when we can truly live. The journey towards truth is a quiet one, but you don't have to walk it alone. Share a belief you're learning to question in the comments below, and subscribe to continue this profound conversation with us.